Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your June mid-month tarot reading. This is a reading for all Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thanks to all of you for all the support. Every time you hit that like button, subscribe, or leave a comment, it all does something to YouTube algorithm so that more people will see the reading who are looking for it. So I do appreciate that, all of the above, a great deal. And if you're new here, welcome. I post new readings on Friday, then again on Monday. So if a reading doesn't fit, just come back in a couple of days. You can watch a new reading. Fridays are always a general reading, so those bring in all aspects of life. Mondays are a different style every week. Today's reading will be a detailed Celtic cross style reading, but then next week it'll be something entirely different. So if you like tarot and you like the channel, I'd love to invite you to subscribe to Higher Source Tarot. What advice do you have for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What does Scorpio need to know, please, for the best and highest good of all involved with Scorpio? Messages for Scorpio, please. Okay, we will start here with the tarot, and then we'll have a couple of different oracle cards to weigh in. Current situation, the Three of Wands, the immediate influence is the world. In your subconscious, you have the Ten of Pentacles in the distant past, the Eight of Cups, Six of Wands in the more recent past. Two Swords is coming towards you. You're represented by the Ace of Cups. The person or situation you are attracting is the Queen of Cups. And you've got the, God, this is powerful. You've got the Seven of Cups, hopes and fears, Magician in the outcome. God, that is really powerful. Now, the bottom of the deck, the shadow cards here, we have Judgment, the Three of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. So we have here three major arcana. We have Taurus, Leo. We've got fire, air, water, quite a bit of water, and earth, all the elements. And, of course, the Archangel Gabriel. So I do feel like you're going to be entering a period here. You've got a little bit of needless worry with that Nine of Swords, but you're coming out of that. And you've got it, it's connected to the Two of Swords. The Nine of Swords and Two of Swords, these babies are like first cousins, okay? This is, we don't want to stay here, all right, with this. That Nine of Swords, though, the Two of Swords almost creates it, where that imbalance, that impasse, that feeling of being caught in the middle creates some anxiety. So I do feel like they're trying to tell you, especially with the Magician and the World showing up here, that you're going to come into a new cycle. If you feel stuck with something, you have a new opportunity that shows up here, but you got to get yourself out there a little bit. At least start looking around if it's work related or rent related. I get like a housing pinch too. I just saw somebody like, pouring oil down a drain or something. Like I just say, let it go. If they did something to you, let the universe handle them. They'll know when they have a mass exodus of tenants that people aren't here to be, messed with in terms of rent and things like that. So with this energy of the Three of Pentacles, it's collaboration, it's partnerships, it's wonderful relationships. And I also feel like, too, if you're doing work, I heard it's rewarding. I started saying rework. What I meant to say was I kept hearing rewarding. And so there's something about that with the energy of Judgment there. There's a choice here. You've got a turning point to make here with Judgment. And Judgment is ultimately a card of success. It's gaining a fresh perspective, a fresh viewpoint, a higher viewpoint. And so you're released from whatever is holding you back. You have it big time, though. Now, Judgment comes right before the World. So again, when we have 78 cards here, but there's something really spectacular about these three. Talk about a life without limits. Talk about having an empowered energy and influence over others. And so if there has been somewhat of a controlling energy around you, especially if it's something like renting, where somebody around you, a landlord, or if you have a business and they're doing something that's creating stress on your business and it's not your building, that sort of thing, I feel like you're going to have a new opportunity that gives you a lot more freedom. There's something about that coming in. Now, in terms of relationship, the person you're attracting is perfect for you. If you're not in a relationship, you've got a new love coming in, and I do feel like it is such a balanced energy. And if you do have something going on with work, for some reason I see them helping you. If you have events that you have to throw, they're happy to volunteer. I feel like it's that perfect partner where everyone around you goes, where did you find this person, and do they have a relative for me? Or they look at your relationship and they say, I so want that kind of relationship, because it not only just works, but it's beautiful. You have beautiful blessings coming in here, and it all begins with you. So with the energy here that you are currently in, and another 3 here, 3s are happiness, their synergy, their synthesis. With this 3 of Wands, though, it's telling you your ships are coming in. He stands and he waits, but he's not worried. This is not waiting with anxiety. Now, for some of you, this is a move, by the way. These two together indicate you're going to be making a move. That 2 of Swords might be a little bit of a caught in the middle, but I get it more like almost a 2 of Pentacles, like you're trying to decide between 2 places. And they both are great. I don't see it as being negative as much as some it may be if you've lived in a place a long time. The challenges with just trying to break free of that and move on to something new. I'd also say too, though, somebody that's planning longer term, like you're thinking into the future, it may be time. I see somebody getting rid of things, paring back their stuff, saying, if I had to move tomorrow, I would not bring this with me, so I think I'll sell it. That sort of stuff where you're using some logic and reasoning about even just preparing yourself. Now, in terms of relationships, so like I said, you've got one that's beautiful. I heard smooth and buttery. I don't know why. I guess that's positive, so we'll go with it. But with this, I do feel like if you've been waiting a while, if you're single, you do have reconciliation here, but I'd say I get more of an energy of somebody who's single. If you've been waiting, it's like this is one of those times like good for you for not settling. Because with the World, this is a new beginning that is so unlimited. It is a beautiful relationship that grows and evolves. It's adventurous. And I do feel like it can even be adventurous in your own city. It doesn't have to be, going off to the Swiss Alps together. It could be that too. I do see somebody at a wedding, and it looks like Europe, somewhere in Europe, like a fairy tale kind of an event. And maybe it is in Switzerland. That'd be a good place to do it. But it feels more like you're a guest for whoever that is. But either way, too, it may just be a metaphor for saying you're about to end up or head into a very idyllic cycle where it feels like a fairy tale. It feels like this is what you've been waiting for. So with the 10 of Pentacles in your subconscious, this is wonderful. Your subconscious hearkens to you, what it has embedded into it. And guess what? It's saying, hey, bring on the wealth. Bring on the harmony, bring on a relationship where it feels like we're the only 2 people in the world. Bring this on, okay? So this is what's being called into your awareness. So I get too with somebody, I mentioned you may be selling things, but I also get, kind of those smaller increments of money where you get checks in the mail. It's $100, $170, those kinds of range where it just seems like, God, this is kind of nice. In the last few months, we've had this accumulation of unexpected money. You don't have the wheel here, but I do get kind of that wheel of fortune energy where you're just in flow and it seems like things come easily. Now with this too, though, it can be unexpected money. So I guess that may be where I'm getting the wheel energy off of this. But overall with the 10 of Pentacles, it's a wonderful time for you. It'll be, I feel like all the way up until October feels like it's just easy. And I don't think anything bad is going to happen in October, but I feel like a lot of things are going to take place between now and then. So with this 10 of Pentacles, it is perfection. It's a cycle that keeps yielding to you. And if you have any kind of events planned this summer with family getting together, maybe that's why I saw this wedding. It is going to be great. It's going to be great to connect. And I feel like, too, you're going to have nice social opportunities coming towards you. So with the 8 of Cups, the hero's journey is in the distant past. And for some of you, you may have gone on a bit of a spiritual quest with this. Really trying to connect with your higher self, realizing your energy. I do see somebody, it's like when you look at people, you're starting to see them as energy bodies almost automatically. And don't worry, you're not losing your mind. I feel like you have enough, whoever this is has enough awareness of it too to think it's kind of funny. And like, I wouldn't tell somebody I'm just seeing them as molecules because I think that was crazy. but it's all connected to this. Either way, what it does for you is put you on the path to higher ground. So when things aren't a match, you won't stay with them. You'll be repelled from them. You'll feel like this is just not the right thing, but it won't be painful either. There's no Three of Swords coming your way because of this. This is where you almost, it's like I just hear like a machete against a tire, where things just bounce off of you. Okay, they can't cut you when you're in this because you're unconditional. So, and not that you have anybody coming after you that way, but I do feel like you've got this wonderful unconditional regard. And what it really does for you is it does this. The Six of Wands is wonderful in terms of success, achievement, victory, but it's also adoration. So people around you are going to be loving on you, Scorpio. They're going to be giving you compliments. They're going to be noticing things about you, things that you don't even notice in yourself, that are going to be special, that you're going to say, God, that was really such a nice exchange with that person. I want this to continue. So with this, it does continue, by the way. Your continued investment into your spiritual growth, into taking the day-to-day actions at your job, making moves if you need to move out of a place because it just doesn't feel comfortable to you anymore. That is what brings us forward. Now, in terms of a relationship, you're very attractive. I'm telling you, this person only has eyes for you, and they are enamored with this energy. It feels warming. It feels like heartwarming, but ultimately, this is a great card to have in either career or love. So we've talked about this Two of Swords. I do feel like you stand at a bit of a crossroads here. So it doesn't feel like as difficult of a decision as this sometimes can. It feels more like you just want to go with the right thing. You know they're both good, but it's like, I just want to make sure it's the right thing for me. But either way, I do feel like you're going to pick the right option, because with the Ace of Cups, it is initiation, it is new, and it's a time when you're going to feel like everything is right in the world. Your life is right. It's an overflowing cup of love. It's an overflowing energy field around you. And so like attracts like. So those people who radiate joy, they radiate positivity, they come right to you. I do feel like too, if you have some kind of a work potluck, there's something about that energy and the chemistry there that just feels really nice to be around these people. But either way with this, in terms of love, like I said, you've got a partner you're connecting with who loves you down to their toes. So if you're single right now, you may have an unexpected encounter, an unexpected meeting, or a place where you just wouldn't have thought it would happen. It's happening with this. So the Queen of Cups is the person you're attracting. Now, this also can be a card of spring and summer. So I mentioned before, the next few months I feel like are going to be important. They're going to be milestone months in your life, Scorpio. But this is also, too, you and your own energy. Now, it could be a water sign that you're connecting with, but I feel like it's more representative of saying that the person or situation you're attracting is compatible. It's an energy that's so compatible with you. And so with this, I do feel like you're having somebody who's quite a giver too. And not that they don't like to receive, not that it isn't reciprocal, but there's something really loving and giving and kind about their energy. And you're going to feel relaxed around them. It's going to feel easy. It's going to feel natural. And so with the Seven of Pentacles here, you've got a time to harvest. You reap what you sow. And so if you've been a bit worried about money or making a move because you know that financially, if you stay in the situation you're in, that it's not headed in the direction you want it to. This is where you really evaluate. You look at things, you decide. It is a period of waiting, but it is also a period of harvest. So I do feel like they're trying to encourage you to look at a situation, evaluate it, and you'll make the right decision, because with the Magician, you can have, do, or be anything. You are a magnet to new opportunities here. You are a magnet for your dreams and your wishes to come true. Anybody who does consulting work or teaching or learning, or even in the medical field, I do feel like you have new opportunities showing up here. And if it's a move because you're too far away from your job, I see that happening too for somebody. It's going to make life a lot easier if you've had kind of a hellish commute. And it might not be horrible, but it just feels like it takes a long time. I do feel like, and I feel like you've made the best out of it, but I do feel like you're going to make a move. And in terms of a relationship, like we said, you both bring a lot to the table, and it's all coming from an energy field. So it's saying you're going to be aligning up with your heart's desires. So let's see here, Scorpio, what the Fortune Oracle wants to tell you. What advice do you have for Scorpio, please? You've got mountain. Okay, know that you are protected as you face challenges but remain cautious. So there's something with that Two of Swords, but you also have luck. I like this one a lot. You are right to be strong and optimistic about opportunities ahead. So I do feel like there's somewhat of a push-pull, but that does align with the Two of Swords as well. That feeling of not quite sure, but like we said, they told you do some Seven of Pentacles research and you'll find what you need. All right, what does Scorpio need to know about love, please? Advice for Scorpio about love. Okay. You have here forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments because we know we'll bring that energy forward. Embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. All right? Good things are on the way for you, Scorpio. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.